Good evening, everybody. My name is Mary Nash, and I'm the CEO here at Galway Hospice. On behalf of the hospice team, I'd like to welcome you to our Remembrance service this evening. This evening, we're coming together both in person here in Renmore and virtually from your own homes to honour and remember the 171 people who passed away in our care between the 1st of April and the 30th of June this year. We're gathering here this evening to honour the lives of those you have lost and to support you on your grief journey. Each name remembered here this evening tells a story of love, courage, and connection. Though they are no longer with us in the way that they once were, their presence remains deeply felt in your hearts, in your stories, and in the spaces they once filled. Each of these lives was unique and irreplaceable. Each person we remember this evening was deeply loved by you, their family and friends. Grief is not a linear journey. It's a tide that ebbs and flows. And in that tide, there can be sadness, but there can also be resilience. Services like this evening's remind us that though we may grieve alone, we are never truly alone. We are part of a shared experience where sorrow, memory, and love intertwine. I want you to just take a few seconds now to still let your breath settle. Allow your heart open to the memories, whether joyful, painful, or bittersweet. Each one of them is a thread in the story of the one you're remembering here this evening. And to accompany us in our remembrance, I'd just like to share a brief reflection, and it's titled, Love is Stronger Than Death. Love is stronger than death. Though we are parted from those we have loved, their presence remains in the kindness they showed, the lessons they shared, the laughter, the tears, the quiet strength of who they were. Grief is the price of love, but it is also the proof of it. Every name we remember today is a reminder we were blessed to love and be loved. In the days to come, may we find comfort in our shared stories, in the small and sacred ways that they shaped our lives, and in the quiet moments where we still feel them near. David, our pastoral care chaplain, will lead the service this evening, and Caroline and Maura from our medical social work team will be assisting with him. We also have some of our bereavement volunteers helping out. Our music this evening is provided by James and Aileen, and I'm now going to hand over to them for our first piece of music, and I hope you enjoy the service this evening. Thank you.
I watch the sunrise, light in the sky, casting its shadows near. And on this morning, bright though it be, I feel those shadows near. But you are always close to me, following all my ways. May I be always close to you, following all your ways. I watch the sunlight shine through the clouds, warming the earth below. And at the midday, life seems to say, I feel your brightness near me. For you are always close to me, following all my ways. May I be always close to you, following all your ways, Lord.
I came across a quote from a Moroccan writer, Anwar Ushad. I thought it was appropriate for this evening. He said, "When someone is mourning, there is absolutely nothing that you can say to alleviate their pain. Just sit with them, hold their hands, and be present and compassionate." And that quote in turn reminded me of the short story about a 4-year-old girl whose next door neighbour was an elderly man whose wife had died recently. And one day the little girl noticed the man sitting out on his front porch crying. So she went over to him and sat beside him for ages. And her mother noticed this from her own kitchen window and looked out and saw herself and the old man sitting together. And when the child came home a good while later, the mother asked the daughter what it was that she had said to the old man and what had they talked about. And the little girl said, "We didn't talk about anything, Mammy. I just sat there and helped him to cry." And I suppose, to use the analogy of the story, you're somewhat similar to the man sitting on the porch crying and mourning the death of your loved one this evening. And the little girl, I suppose, kind of stands for us here in Galway Hospice. There's not much that we can do for you or say to you that's going to ease your pain or your sadness. All that we in the hospice can do is arrange this coming together here this evening, both in person and online, to be here for you, to sit beside you and to be with you as you grieve and cry, to lend a listening ear and to offer ongoing bereavement support if it's needed. And as my medical social work colleague and bereavement liaison officer Maura will talk about later. Because when you placed your loved one in our care, we here in the Galway Hospice Foundation made a commitment to you, their loved ones, to provide them with the best possible care for the remainder of their lives. But we also made a commitment at the time as well to your loved one to mind you, their loved ones, after they died, and to help you to get back on your feet again, which is what they would have wanted. And that's why we're here. And hopefully being here this evening will go some way towards achieving that for you. And tonight, by just being here, you're all taking another huge step on the grieving journey. And if you're a person of faith, you can take great comfort and hope from the promise of God that one day, many years from now, you'll be reunited again in a place where there's no more sickness, no more hardship, no more tears, and no more suffering. Or if you have questions or doubts about faith and in God's existence because of the death of your loved one, then you can also take great comfort and hope, because some of the greatest people and some of the greatest saints that ever lived doubted God's existence at times. And even Jesus himself, "My God, why have you forsaken me?" It's totally normal and it's natural to have questions and to have doubts. And if you're an atheist or don't know what you believe or don't believe in, you can also take comfort from the fact that you're still very much connected to and with your loved one. And it's exactly because you missed them and connected to them that that bond of love transcends everything. And it's why you're here now. They're still very much alive in your mind and heart. The writer, Mitch Albom, I think the words he wrote are very appropriate. He said, "Death ends a life, but not a relationship. All the love you created is still there. All the memories are still there. You live on in the hearts of everyone that you have touched and nurtured while you were here." So like the little girl in the story, we gather here this evening to sit together as you cry and mourn and remember your loved ones. And we're also here to remind you that neither you nor your loved one who died under the hospice care is forgotten. So what brings us here ultimately this evening is love, not grief. And so we pause now for a moment to remember your mum or dad, your husband, wife or partner, your son or daughter, your sister or brother, your uncle, your aunt, your grandchild, your grandparent, your relation, your friend, your loved one. And on our table of remembrance here, we have our candles. There's 171 small ones, and we also have bigger ones, all remembering your loved ones. And the larger candles, the three of them represent the various areas of hospice care, both the inpatient unit here, daycare, and the community care. And these candles symbolise the link between us, the hospice staff, who as a team care for your loved ones, and for yourselves, the relatives and loved ones of those for whom we cared. So we light these three candles now from the hospice candle that's already lighting, and Caroline, our medical social worker, will do those as we begin our ceremony. Remember your loved ones and indeed yourselves.
Now we invite people to light a candle if they choose to. We're going to light all the candles here on the table. We're going to call each person out in alphabetical order in 4 different blocks. So feel free when the name is called if anyone wants to come up and light their candle. Patrick Anglum. Teresa Banham. Anne Barrett. Michael Barrett, Sandy Road. Michael Barrett, Chantala. Mary Becker. Joseph Bohan. Dimpna Bowman. Nora Branley. Philomena Briscoe. Noel Brown. Jonathan Burke. Liam Burke. Mary Burke. Thomas Burke. Marion Bushell. Damien Butler. Nellie Byrne. James Canalan. Tony Carr. Chris Carucan. Thomas Claffey. Mary Coffey. Aidan Connolly. Thomas Connolly. Kevin Cook. Richard Cotter. Sean Cox. John Coyne. Morris Crean. Sean Cunningham. William Cunningham. Pauline Curley, Marie Dennis, Bridget Dillon, Kathleen Dodd, Kevin Donnelly. I'm now going to read a reflection called Together. I haven't forgotten you, even though it's been some time now since I've seen your face, touched your hand, heard your voice. You were with me all the time. I used to think you left me. I know better now. You come to me. Sometimes in fleeting moments, I feel your presence close by. But I still miss you. And nothing, no person, no joy, no accomplishment, no distraction can fill the gaping hole your absence has left in my life. But mixed together with all my sadness, there is great joy for having known you. I want to thank you for the time we shared, for the love you gave, for the wisdom you spread. Thank you for the magnificent moments and the ordinary ones too. There was beauty in our simplicity, holiness in our unspectacular days. And I will carry the lessons you taught me always. Your life has ended, but your light can never be extinguished. It continues to shine upon me, even on the darkest nights, and illuminates my way.
The prayer. Reach out and touch us, O Lord, that we may be filled with the strength to stand alone. Place your hands on our shoulder, that we may feel your presence ever near. Walk by our side in times of despair, that we may reach out to you in hope. Enter our hearts when we are sad, that we may feel the warmth of your love and acceptance. Be with us when we feel alone, that we may sense your compassion and understanding. Keep us close to you, that we may find comfort and peace in the nearest of your unfailing love. Help us to put our trust entirely in you in the days that lies ahead, for we know that you are always with us.
Last night I had a crazy dream, which was granted just for me. It can be for anything. Didn't ask for money or a mention of melody. Simply wait for one more day with you. One more day, one more time, one more sunset, and maybe I'll be satisfied. Then again, I know what it would do. Leave me wishing still for one more day with you. first thing I do is pray for time to call. I'd unplug the telephone and keep the TV on. I'd hold you every second, say a million I love you. That's what I'd do one more day with you. One more day, one more time, one more sunset, maybe I'll be satisfied. Then again, I know what it would do. Leave me wishing still for one more day. Leave me wishing still for one more day. Leave me wishing still for one more day with you.
We continue now with the reading of your loved ones' names, and as I said, feel free to come up when their name is called, and indeed if you're watching this at home, feel free to light a candle as well. Vincent Donnelly, Mary Donoghue, Bernadette Dooley, Michael Dooley, Thomas Dowd, Marlon Dunn, Teresa Faherty, Cheryl Fahy, Anne Fahy, David Fahy, Margaret Fahy, Michael Fahy, Patricia Fahy, Suzanne Farrell, Mary Feeney, Prismislaw Figas, Teresa Finn, Elizabeth Finnegan, PJ Finnerty, Nora Flaherty, Liam Flannery, Michael Folan, Patrick Folan, Ethna Garvey, Liam Gerrity, Anne Glynn, Eileen Grady, Nancy Graney, Patrick Grennan, Kathleen Griffin, Patricia Hallinan, Daniel Harrington, Michael Hayes, Nora Hayes, Colette Healy, Mary Hegarty, Eric Holmes, and Bridget Hopkins.
Scripture piece from John's Gospel. Jesus said, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. The light is with you for a little longer. Walk while you have the light, so that the darkness may not overcome you. If you walk in darkness, you do not know where you are going. I have come as the light into the world, so that everyone who believes in me should not remain in darkness. The word of the Lord.
Take the ribbon from your hair, shake it loose and let it fall, laying soft upon my skin, like the shadows on the wall. Come and lay down by my side till the early morning light. All I'm taking is your time. Help me make it through the night. I don't care who's right or wrong. I don't try to understand. Let the devil take tomorrow. 'Cause Lord, tonight I need a friend. Yesterday is dead and gone. Oh, and tomorrow's out of sight. And it's so sad to be alone. Help me make it through the night. Help me make it through the night.
I'm now going to continue to read through the list of names, and as before, you're welcome to come and light a candle when your loved one's name is read out. Ben Jansen van Rensburg, Gertrude Jennings, Patrick Jordan, Eileen Joyce, Mary Kavanagh, Matthew Keady, Francis Keeney, Willie Keaveney, Catherine Kelly, Jared Kelly, Margaret Kelly, Mary Kelly, Ara Khan, Brendan Kiley, Liam King, Sao Young Law, Martin Lewis, Martin Lowry, Adrian Madden, Martin Mahan, Maura Maloney, Vera McCarthy, Joan McCormick, Bridget McDonough, Mary Mark McDonough, Willie McDonough, Patrick MacDonald, Timothy MacDonald, Desmond McGinty, Rose McGrath, Eamon McGurran, Michael McInerney, Mary McKee, Mary Miller, John Oliver Malloy, Mary Malloy, Patrick Monaghan.
We remember them. In the rising of the sun and it going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of the winter, we remember them. In the opening of the buds, in the warmth of the summer, we remember them. In the rustling of the leaves, in the beauty of autumn, we remember them. In the beginning of the year, when it ends, we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick of heart, we remember them. We have joys we yearn to share, remember them. As long as we live, they too shall live. For they are now a part of us, as we remember them.
I know your life on earth was trouble. Only you could know the pain. Weren't afraid, faced in different. You were no stranger to your work on earth was done. Go to heaven, shouting, love for the Father and the Son. Oh, how we cried on the day you left us. Gathered round your grave to grieve. I could see the angels' faces when they hear your sweet voice sing. So rest high on that mountain, son, your work on earth is done. Go to heaven and shout for the Father and the Son. Rest high on that mountain, son, your work on earth is done. Go to heaven, shout for the Father and Son. So go to heaven and shout for the Father and Son.
We now have our fourth and final set of names, and again, feel free to come forward to light a candle if you wish for your loved one. Patrick Monaghan, Patrick Mongan, Geraldine Moran, and Geraldine Moran, Mary Patricia Moran, Bernadette Malarkey, Martin Mullen, David Mullins, Katrina Murphy, Marion Murphy, Mary Murray, John Nolan, Annette Noon, Charlotte O'Connell, Gertrude O'Connor, Mary O'Connor, Sarah O'Connor, Tom O'Connor, Sister James O'Dea, Noel O'Dowd, Bridge Bernadette O'Gorman, Patrick Joseph O'Halloran, Cáit O'Malley, Cathal O'Malley, Eileen O'Neill, Joan O'Rourke, Frank O'Shea, Aidan O'Toole, Michael O'Toole, Joanne Pender-Creed, Jack Petit, Vicky Quinn, Elizabeth Ann Rabbit, Pauline Rabbit, Raymond Reid, Maura Riley, Helen Roach, Catherine Rooney, Alice Griffin Rotta, Kay Ruan, Christopher Ryan, Michael Ryan, Oliver Ryan, Bertie Scanlon, Brian Spring, Michael Stewart, Gerard Tierney, Margaret Timothy, Liam Tracy, Eugene Tully, Hilda Toohey, Anne Walsh, John Walsh, Maureen Walsh, Pauline Walsh, Rose Walsh, Walter Walsevich, and Colm Wintan. If there's any name that's been forgotten this evening, please feel free to come forward and light a candle as well.
And Kitty Hardyman, we remember also.
This is, excuse me, this is a reflection called Hope. No matter how deeply hurt we are, no matter that life seems unfair, we shouldn't quit striving when all seems lost, should never give way to despair. Frustrated and angry and so alone, emotions in turmoil and pain, seeking to shun the cold, hard world, yet daring to hope once again. Hope is the essence when we have the will, which inspires us with get up and go. It opens up highways and byways once more, uplifting depression and woe. Hope is the anchor extended to all, most surely a gift from above, which holds for us comfort on life's rough sea through his wondrous compassion and love.
I would like to talk briefly to you about grief and loss. I know that each one of you is here because you have experienced a significant loss. Losing someone you love can be one of the most difficult experiences in life. I'm also mindful that we're all at different points in our grief. Some of us newly bereaved, some of us maybe a few months along. People often say that the experience of loss is hard to describe. Sometimes words can't capture the pain and raw feelings it brings. We might describe grief as a roller coaster of emotions or as waves in the ocean, sometimes steady ripples, other times like a storm crashing in. When a loved one dies, we think about how we may cope with the bigger milestones. Christmas, birthdays, anniversaries, which are naturally very difficult. But often it's the things we don't expect that surprise us most. Hearing a particular song or a smell that instantly makes us remember them and bring on intense emotions. Dealing with the unexpected nature of grief can be at times overwhelming, and people often talk about the physical and emotional toll of their loss. This comes in many forms, like sadness, numbness, fatigue, forgetfulness, lack of motivation to go out and meet people, having no appetite or using food as a comfort. Each of us will experience our own unique grief response. All of this may seem so strange to us as we try to find our way. We might think there is something wrong with us. Let me assure you, grief is a natural reaction to the loss of a loved one. Sometimes we might compare our grief to others, perhaps to a family member or a friend who is also grieving. However, there is no one way to grieve. Each of us must find our own way to journey through it. We will all express ourselves in different ways, some of us finding it easier to talk, while others find more practical ways to get through. Some people cry a lot, while others don't cry at all. There is no right or wrong way to be bereaved. No one can tell you how best to grieve or how long it should take. It happens at its own pace. Talking about your feelings can help you feel less alone and can provide you with the support that you need. For some people, it is helpful to understand what grief is and understand to learn more about your own grief response. This can help to strengthen your coping skills. Some of us can find this through friends and family support. Others may need a neutral space to share feelings. If you are finding the impact of your loss very difficult and you need additional support, this is available through our bereavement service in Galway Hospice. Our medical social work team provide one-to-one and group bereavement support, both to children and adults. We're also able to provide support over the telephone, and we have a team of bereavement volunteers who are available to assist. We also coordinate a fortnightly walk and talk group, specifically for those who are bereaved, and we run a monthly grief cafe, both of which encourage people to meet others who are having a similar experience. All of our supports are free of charge. Grief is not a linear process. You may find yourself feeling better one day and then overwhelmed with emotion the next. This is entirely normal, and it's okay to take things at your own pace. Try not to judge yourself or compare your grief to others, as everyone's journey is unique and there is no timeline for healing. What's most important to remember is that it's a natural part of life and it is possible to learn how to cope. If anyone wishes to contact us after this service, you can speak with any of the team directly or contact us with the details provided on the invite. Thank you.
And for our concluding reflection, there comes a time in our life when we must say goodbye to someone we love, someone whose memory will always remain in our hearts. As we grieve their loss, we know that they can never be replaced, for each person is truly unique. May we have the strength to accept and understand our feelings of loss and the pain we now experience. May we be blessed with good people to support and help us in our time of need. Finally, may we find healing and peace in the months and years to come. And before our final song, I invite Mary now to conclude our service for us.
As we come to the close of the service this evening, we hold in our hearts the names, the faces, the stories, and the love of those we have remembered this evening. Though their time with us has ended, their presence remains in the lives they touched, the lessons they taught us, and the memories we carry. Each life was unique. Each life mattered deeply, and each one leaves behind a legacy of love. Grief does not end here, and neither does the bond with those we miss. I hope you find comfort in your memories, strength in the love that surrounds you, and hope in knowing that you do not walk this path alone. As Maura had said, the hospice team are here to support you, so please don't hesitate to reach out at any stage if you need support to any member of the team. We're always looking to improve what we can do, and we included a feedback form in the pack that we sent out to you. So if you have any suggestions on how we can improve, we'd love to hear from you. We have recorded the service this evening, and it will be available online for the next 2 to 3 weeks, and it can be accessed by using the same link that was in the invite sent out for this evening's service. We also have some hospice candles available for you to take home this evening, and some staff and volunteers will be at the back of the church here this evening to hand those out for you who are here with us in Renmore. Before I finish, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's been involved in organising the service this evening. It doesn't come together easily, and there's a lot of work and preparation that goes into it. So a huge thank you to the hospice team and staff and volunteers, to James and Aileen for the fantastic music, and to Damien and the crew for GK Media for assisting us to broadcast it and record it this evening. Lastly, I think hospice wouldn't be hospice if we didn't have a few bit of refreshments available. So we have a team of volunteers back in the hospice, brewing up tea and coffee and some nibbles. So if you'd like to join us, we'd love to see you after the service this evening. If you haven't been to the hospice, if you just go out, go around, it's to the rear of the church here, there's a little laneway, and halfway down you'll see a gate, and that'll bring you directly to the reception area, and Geraldine there will show you where to go for the tea and coffee. So hopefully we'll see you all back there. Before I hand over for the final piece of music, I just want to, I suppose, just a few words in conclusion, and they're very brief, and they are as follows. Those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day. Unseen, unheard, but always near. Still loved, still missed, and very dear. Now I'll hand over to James and Aileen for the final piece of music. Thank you very, very much.
I bless the day I found you, and I wanna stay around you, and so I beg you, let it be me. Don't take this heaven from one. If you must cling to someone now and forever, let it be me. Each time we meet, love, I find complete love. Oh, without your sweet love, tell me, what would life be? So never leave me lonely. Tell me you love me only, and that you'll always let it be me, and that you'll always let it be